So today seems to be one of those days again, and it's quite the sunny day. I don't know why I'm outside, but I've written myself some poetry again, and I thought that I should read it out to you. This one is called Broken Coffee Machine. There is a broken coffee machine in IKEA. I got burned at the roof of my mouth. 5 people stand in line. 4 girls and 1 dude, waiting to get their cups filled. This guy from the billing is working to get this piece of shit working again. Clearly, he has done this before. Clearly, this machine keeps breaking down. 5 dimwits still stand there. 4 of them are on their phones. A girl is looking at the billing guy go to work. Either she's fascinated or just bored. I sit at the back, looking at all of them. I am a dimwit too. Should have just let the lasagna cool down. I don't even like lasagna so much. You know, there is a machine for tea too. But these dimwits are desperate for their coffee now. If they wanted caffeine, the tea ain't a bad option. But I wonder if they even like coffee. And honestly, I am really enjoying writing poetry right now. It's just so natural, I guess. Because it's like I write whatever comes to my mind and I don't even think about it. I just let my hand move and I write things as they flow. But I don't follow any, structure or flow or rhythm or rhyme. Because in a way, they are restrictions, and I like poetry that doesn't rhyme anyway. But poetry is such an interesting art though, Like, if you think about it, all art is basically poetry, right? Like, if you think of it, right? If you see paintings, and paintings are basically poetry. Now you might ask me how? There's no writing in paintings. No, there isn't, but there are compositions. And there are characters. And there are metaphors. And when they all work together, I guess they come to become a type of poetry. And the same thing applies to music. Actually, it applies to music way more than it applies anywhere else, because lyrics writing and coming up with compositions is basically like poetry. It's basically the same thing. Then you think of film, and film combines both of these things. And I think, in a way, when we write or when we do anything that is artistic, we forget that all of it is poetry. That we are supposed to do it because you enjoy it. I write poetry because I am really enjoying it. I enjoy the process. I enjoy that there's nothing to restrict me and that things just flow naturally. I don't have to be conscious. I don't have to wait and look and stop. I write my feelings out as it is. If you think of the oldest text, right? Like if you think of the Vedas or the Bhagavad Gita, or you think of, the books, the epics by Homer, and you think of the Iliad, and you think of the Odyssey, and all of these are basically poetry. They are poetry. They are not prose. They are not essays. They are not short stories. They are not novels. They are poetry. Because poetry is the oldest language. It's the oldest way of speaking. I feel like it's like the natural way that humans communicate with each other. Through poetry. And we don't even need to try hard. I think everybody can access poetry in their own way, because just the natural way of speaking itself, I find, is poetry. If you're trying hard, then there's something wrong. It should all just come naturally. And you must enjoy it. And I feel what is so beautiful about poetry itself, like if you read somebody like Bukowski or Kipling, right? Or even Hemingway, it's like the feelings that they have inside come out so naturally in poetic form. They're not trying to hide anything. It's like it's out there in the most naked way. But these things just need to be felt. Poetry, I think, is best understood when it's felt, not understood. Like you're not trying to understand it, you're just feeling it. And when you try to feel it more and try to feel it more naturally as the way it comes to you, you try to make it a personal experience, and that's when it becomes real. I feel like in a way, everybody should try writing poetry. Especially I feel like if you feel like you're going through a lot of things and feel like you're down, and we feel like there's so much things that's stuck inside of you and it's just not coming out no matter how much you try, you will see how naturally it might all just come out. And it really feels cathartic too. It feels cathartic very immediately. I did this thing for a year where I used to journal, and journaling is sort of a chore, sort of is. And to make it less boring, I try to make my journals sort of poetry. Like I would try to go through my day in a poetic sort of way, and I would try to make symbols of things that I saw and stuff, and that would make me notice things more, like photography, I guess. We have talked of this before, that it's like photographers, right? And they keep trying to notice things in the world, things that they find interesting, and they take photos and try to capture moments. And the more you do it, the more carefully you notice things. You will notice the beauty in life. And poetry is basically the same thing. But just when you start writing poetry, you try to see things for more than they are, and things are more than they just seem on the surface. Nature has this deep, deep beauty that is even seated in all of us. Like, for example, you notice somebody and you make friends, right? And your friend talks to you, but in the first few weeks you don't even really know who he is or who she is. You still try to know them better, but after years of noticing deeper and deeper, and you try to notice smaller things about them and who they really are and how you look at them, and you understand better who they really are and what they mean to you. And when you see nature that way, when you see the small insignificant things that way, they become more meaningful to you, and you assert your own meaning to them. And I think that is how you enjoy life. And that is what enables you to write poetry. nature sort of exists in this form of poetry. Rhyme and meter and flow is this never ending poetry, actually. Keeps on going as long as you want it. And it's ever expanding. And I actually read this really interesting thing by Rainer Maria Rilke recently, where he said, it's like all of us who have taken births from our ancestors and they from their ancestors, and we come from a lineage. And then when you make art, it comes because you come from that lineage. It comes because human beings reproduced again and again, and it led to you. And your artistic pursuits are because of that. Because of so many ancestors who experienced life. And somewhere the smaller experiences and the significant experiences that they had still live inside you. And when you reproduce and when you make art, you bring out those experiences and you bring out that beauty in life that has existed inside you for so many years. And I found that really beautiful. Because we are more than who we think we are. We are more than the insignificance that life makes us feel. And you must remind yourself that you are the result of thousands of years of reproduction that enables you to be creative. Making art may just be the same thing as giving birth. And that is a powerful thing. Here's to more powerful things.